My name is Mia Brown, and when I got promoted from a lead business office associate to an assistant business office manager, one of the BOAs at my location gave me a snow globe. Inside of this globe read, "Success is a journey, not a destination." Today, I'll take you through my journey. I'm currently the assistant business office manager at the Raleigh location. Prior to coming to Raleigh, I was also at the Winston-Salem and the Greensboro location. I've also had the opportunity to be a lead business office associate at the Norcross location. I also was a BOA there and started out at the customer assistance desk. Prior to coming to CarMax, I was a student where I obtained my bachelor's degree in business administration. I also worked as a teacher at Little Angels Daycare. Why CarMax, you might ask? I came to CarMax looking for a job and found a career, thus starting my journey. Within the next 3 years, I see myself as a successful senior manager with a successful team. I have reload preferences in the state of Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, and Alabama. Throughout my journey, I've had significant events in my life that define how I want to show up as a leader. The first being most recently has been while I was at the Raleigh location. I had an opportunity to share my vision with some of my peers and offer my assistance. I had an opportunity to do a rotation in the operations and the sales department. While in operations, I worked in inventory and found that the associates in the inventory department seemed to have a low morale and that they lacked direction. So I sat down with my ops manager and my RPM and gave them some feedback on what I had seen and some simple solutions to fix the opportunity, such as placing the newly sellable target on the board on a daily basis. This would show the associates the goal that they were trying to obtain and help increase productivity. Not only have I had an opportunity to do this at the Raleigh location, but while at the Greensboro location, I helped to resolve some interdepartmental issues by hosting and facilitating a roundtable between the sales consultants and the business office. While there, one of the BOAs came to me and stated, "Mia, the sales consultants really don't like coming back to the business office. They feel that we're unapproachable." So I went out, I did some one-on-ones, and decided, maybe we should facilitate a roundtable. So got both parties in the room, and we just sat down and came up with some things that we thought would help to improve the relationship. Shortly after the roundtable, though, I was transferred out to the Raleigh location. But upon a few visits to the store recently, I had an opportunity to speak to the sales consultants and ask them how they felt the relationship had been. They told me that they felt the relationship had improved dramatically. Also, while at Greensboro, I was able to come up with a creative approach to solve an opportunity. So while there, the central titling team had recently taken over our payoff processing or our title handling. So I figured we should come up with a creative way to work on missing title as a team. So what I did was I thought that the info desk person should actually take on this role. With that, this would give each associate an opportunity to work on missing title and gain some valuable title knowledge. It would also ensure that the titles were being followed up on in a timely manner by a specific person, and everybody was clear on what we should be doing and what the goal was. As a result, we were able to consistently give follow-up dates and feedback to the sales managers for titles that were outstanding for the Greensboro team. Not only do I look to give that knowledge that I give to my team, I also seek self-knowledge and self-awareness. So I asked one of my peers, "What does she think that I need to work on?" She told me body language. She said, "Well, when I first met you, you didn't seem really approachable." So I thought that this definitely wasn't an area that I could improve in. So I went out, I got a book by Janine Driver. The title was "You Say More Than You Think." And what I learned through that book was, although you're not saying anything verbally, your nonverbals tell a story. Things as simple as crossing your arms during in a group setting make you appear unapproachable. So I've learned through that book, I've learned not to cross my arms during group settings, and also while giving presentations, you never want to use big hand motions because that can make you, and you never want to use big hand motions. With the self-knowledge, I've also been able to develop my associates or help provide some knowledge to them. I've had the opportunity to develop Shantae Clark and Nakia Odin, from lead business office associates to assistant business office managers. Shantae had an opportunity with courageous leadership, or being able to speak up and express her opinion appropriately. So we sat down, came up with an IDP as to how she could work and focus on this area. After completion of her IDP, Shantae was able to clearly communicate her message to the sales managers with confidence. As far as Nakia, she had an opportunity with analysis and decision making. She would give very surface level answers without thinking through a problem in its totality. So I challenged her to come up with pros and cons for each situation that she was faced with. She needed to come up with pros and cons for the customer, for the store, and for the company as a whole. This will allow her to obtain that win-win that we look for when providing customers with solutions. I also had the opportunity to facilitate our lead calibration meeting for the month of May. During this meeting, I decided that we should definitely focus on associate development. So I assigned each lead a task based on their area of opportunity. I assigned each lead a topic based on their strength, and the method in which they were going to present this strength was based on their opportunity. For example, we had an associate whose strength was courageous leadership and challenging our peers, but our opportunity was formal communication or presentations. So I asked that her topic be how to overcome objections with your peers, and her presentation should be a formal PowerPoint presentation, and she should present as if she were presenting to the CEO of the company. This gave the associates the opportunity to speak about things that they knew about, as well as to stretch them to their full potential. Under drive and execution, I had the opportunity to help Raleigh increase our KPM position. When I initially got to the Raleigh location, we're number 80 on the KPM. I sat down to try to figure out what was going on and realized it was simply a case of being reactive instead of proactive. So I came up with some checkpoints for different associates throughout the day that worked on different AORs so that we could help to prevent the issue before it became an opportunity for our KPM, which improved our KPM position from number 80 in the company to number 20 within a 6-month time span, which was huge for Raleigh, and it put us in competition with other stores in the region. Our VOC improvement was definitely another part to this KPM positioning. And during the month of July, I had the opportunity to work as an active business office manager. During this role, we had to come up with an action plan because we were currently at 3 inconsistencies. I had to execute that plan. Through our leads and through the associates, I was able to we were able to make sure our MOD was consistent and make sure that we're putting in observations on the associates based on customer interactions. As a result, we went from 3 inconsistencies to 3 stars in that month. Under discovery efficiencies, I had an opportunity to work at Carmex Auto Finance on a return mail Kaizen. During this Kaizen, we noticed that the return mail group was sorting the mail and shipping it to several different departments where they were then resorting it. So we decided to centralize this process, have it all done in the mail room to cut down on the waste in motion and over processing. As a result, it streamlined the process for Carmex Auto Finance and it freed up time for the associates to actually focus on their areas of responsibility. And also a mbmap guide. The Raleigh location has several lakes for the year 2010. So I had an opportunity to sit in on that map guide and help figure out what was going on. We thought that it was probably a process, somebody wasn't following the process. We quickly realized that there was no process at all. So we sat down, came up with a process for standardized work, which we're still currently working on. But for the month of June, we had 0 late to vendors. which was huge. This is still definitely an area of opportunity, but it's something that we strive to work on, and we hope to sustain that improvement. Thank you for the opportunity with allowing me to share with you my journey. And again, success is a journey, not a destination.